My dear brothers and sisters, this is your new Bishop's first Easter message. I would like to thank you for the wonderfully warm welcome that you've given me over the last 7 weeks. 7 weeks in which I've travelled around trying to learn about this great diocese, meeting you and meeting my priests. In that time, what has struck me most of all is the extraordinary charity and love that exists here, the way that you help each other and care for each other. On the other hand, I've been struck very profoundly by the suffering and the difficulties that I've found, the difficulty that many of you find to make ends meet, the difficulties in families, unemployment, and most recently the terrible tragedy of the natural disaster of the floods in the northern part of this diocese. These floods and many other things at this time have struck a terrible chord in us. We are tempted to despair, we are tempted to hopelessness, we are tempted to anger, and indeed many of us to wonder where God is, how God could have allowed this to happen. As you listen to this message of mine, you are already celebrating the great mystery of Easter. And I need to begin by saying to you that on Holy Saturday, on the first Holy Saturday, what you are feeling, in fact, is what every one of Jesus' disciples felt. Jesus had just died. Their lives were now destroyed. The Messiah that they thought was not the Messiah. They were in a state of profound despair and hopelessness. One of the disciples even committed suicide. They were filled with emptiness and unhappiness. And it is into this that Easter Sunday comes. It is into this that the resurrection comes. Because as a people, as St. Paul tells us, if Christ is not resurrected, we are fools indeed. Our belief fundamentally is in the resurrection. Because when we look at the true meaning of the resurrection, our Heavenly Father loved his Son so much that that love brought Jesus life. You see, love, when it is there in its fullness, gives rise to true, authentic, real life. I know that you as my people are struggling with life at the moment, and this Easter Sunday speaks, I believe, to you more than any other Easter Sunday. I ask you to believe in love, but before you believe in love, I ask you to remember experiences of love from your past, and live in these experiences rather than in despair and hopelessness. Because if we live in the experience of love, we will be able to receive love, and more beautifully, we will be able to give love. And as we receive and give love, we find hope. So that despair gives way to hope, anger gives way to joy, and the sense of the absence of God becomes being filled with the love of God. I ask you to join yourself with all those who walked with Jesus in his passion and death, to join yourself with Jesus and to allow love to give you hope, to allow love to give you life. I believe in this. And I pray that you will experience this extraordinary truth, which is the fundamental truth of the Christian religion. We are people of hope because we are loved. We are people of hope and life because we believe in love. Finally, I would like to offer you my small prayers to every member of my diocese and wish you all a very happy, holy and blessed Easter.